Opposition senators claim the UWP government has not fulfilled a campaign promise to curtail the level of borrowing to pay for capital expenditure projects and its socio-economic and national development agenda. The order paper for the latest Senate session also had motions seeking permission to borrow from the banks to fund a number of projects and government programs. Opposition Senator Silas Wilson charges the government has broken its word.
I can recall one of the main things in the manifesto that they were going to eliminate borrowing. A number of other promises were made that we all know they have not been able to fulfill, and they will never fulfill in their time in office. But the borrowing one, Madam President, the borrowing one is one that we ought not to forget.
Wilson says the government has also failed to give the public a detailed report on the state of the island's economy and the fiscal position.
The government has not yet said to the country, not a single word this year in terms of what our economic performance has been. We all know that unemployment is rapidly climbing. Inflation is currently outside of manageable proportions for the average St. Lucian. And there are many other issues that confront the ordinary person in this country.
The jobs and the economy elicited a quick counter from the Minister for Tourism. Senator Alan Shastney says the previous SLP administration was not immune to borrowing. He claims the opposition, while in office, was one of the greatest exponents of the practice.
9 years of the greatest borrowing in the history of St. Lucia was your government. So the experts on borrowing. And what did it produce? Despite being the greatest period of growth in the history of the world, it produced an average growth rate of 1.5%. 1.5% over the 9 years period. Okay? So all of a sudden, now they're coming to advise us on how to be able to manage the situation.
Shastney also hit back at suggestions that the government has not delivered on plans to increase productivity and revenue, citing the extraordinary impact of the current global economic downturn. He revealed despite the turbulent period, there was still some relatively good news to report on the mainstay of the national economy, the tourism sector.
Even in just in the first 2 years that we've had, we've been able to increase tourism arrivals by 32%.
The minister says the government is not averse to accounting for the data on the status of the economy and welcomes the release of the information. Winston Springer Jr., HTS News, Channel 4.